And Daniel here. Welcome back to a game. Not welcome back, but and today we're playing What Remains of Edith Finch. So at the beginning of the game, it just opened a storybook and it said this wouldn't make sense, and it started with the house. And I guess that's the house right there.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
When I watched the commercial, I thought it was kind of
Hey y'all, subscribe to the channel.
Okay.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Okay. That's the mailbox.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Oh. Is there a button? Oh. Is there a sprint button? Just man, that looks nice.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough.
We'll see, I just gave him some. Okay. I see. Okay, can I go down here? Looks like it. I'm a little worried if it's a horror. Oops. Oh. It takes place in normal time. Guessing.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Driven. Dang. Oh, wow. Oh, that was awesome. Not realistic.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
I have a small feeling
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it. As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Okay, I have a little feeling it's gonna be a horror game. But it did say teen.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Dang. Okay. Should we go like in the back or something? In the garage? It doesn't look like there's anything. Can I open this? Honestly, it looks like pregnant. Never mind. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I don't want to do that.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Oh, it doesn't look like a horror game. It's that bright.
The power had been turned off the night we left. For the first time in years, I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Okay, so Lewis Finch. So Edith, Eddie, Lewis, Dawn. Who's Dawn? I mean Edith. No, Edith. Who's Eddie? Huh. Wait, so Odin.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Apple pie.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a smile with too many teeth. A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night. After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Oh, dang.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin. As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of. The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Cool.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Ooh.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Eddie and Sven. Who's Sven? random names. Yeah, right there. Molly, Barbara. Where's Barbara? Ah. A little bit scared.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Oh, it's hilarious. Wait, so she's been in here? Oh, dang. 1947.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary.
Wait. It's Edith Finch, yeah.
I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Ew. Has poop in it.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
So they're like German or something. Oh, whoa. That was awesome. I
thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
That's hilarious. Wait, can we read that again? Oh, come on. Oh, never mind. We can still look inside his cage. Let's eat the turds in the toilet.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Ew. Aren't those fake?
I kept eating and eating.
Ew.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
What? Oh, weird.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
So...
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Who's that? Can I jump up there? Oh, wow. Can I eat the bird?
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
So I can... Oh, so it's not a horror movie or something. Oh, this is the scene from the commercial. Where's the scene? Are we still? Huh.
Rabbits.
Rabbits. Oh, wait. Right there. Got one. Oh, so close. Oh, we got it.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons.
Oh, okay.
I swallowed
Yeah.
him up, and I didn't chew one bit.
This makes
Then
sense.
I flew off to find something bigger.
White blood. So. Oh, what's bigger than a rabbit? A bear or a deer? I don't think an owl could eat a bear or a deer. That's just.
A mama rabbit.
Oh, where? That's not bigger. This way? Yeah. I'm just like, let's go get this. What was that? It was
She was
hilarious.
almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
Oh my. Okay.
And suddenly, I was a shark.
Okay. Well, let's flop our way out of here. Okay, so this is weird.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than
Ooh,
ever.
that was cool. Okay, so the camera angle's very weird.
I wanted fat, juicy seeds.
I'm sure this kid doesn't know much about things.
I tore
Yeah, there's
off
the
the
blood.
flipper, and it tasted really good.
This is very weird. Ooh, right there. So,
Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry,
wow.
I jumped out of the water. When
And-
I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Oh, eel! That's cool. I like rabbits.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Am I supposed to not be over this way? Oh, come on. I need to do this mission. There we go. We go. Am I supposed to go under the car? This is a ferry, I'm guessing. Which one? Can I move, please? Oh, so pressing the button. That makes sense.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Oh, crap. And take that lamp.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Is the captain gonna know about it? I like the captain know about it.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Interesting.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
The old pipe.
Oh, come on.
I got closer and closer.
Wait. Molly. Oh, she's back in her room. Oh. I thought that would be like something.
All of my stomach started growling.
Good.
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Why did they call her Edie? And she lives in Molly's room. So now I have Molly. Yeah. Guessing I'm supposed to know all the backstories. Except for the fact that
I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
Can I get out now? Is there anything I can do? Oh, there we go.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Wait.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Wait. Oh.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Dang.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Whoa.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's
Mount
first wife
Rainier?
Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Seriously?
It was a pretty big trace.
These are like German people. Okay, so I'm guessing I have to unlock all these people.
There's a secret in this bathroom.
Ooh.
It's in the last place you would look.
Huh. That's
It isn't
cool.
in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Ooh. Okay. Calvin Finch. Oh, aren't these like those things that, yeah.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Where? Oh. It's film. Wow.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him.
Oh, this is cool.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Wow.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Woo.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did.
Oh, I see what I'm supposed to
At
do.
Barbara's funeral, we swore he'd never be afraid again,
That's cool.
and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Oh, I can already see what's happening.
Sam, Calvin, dinner's ready. Coming.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Oh,
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
oh shoot.
then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
Oh, dang.
That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Wait, what? Dang, okay.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing. After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Oh, that's cool. Ooh. Okay. Whoa.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Bigfoot. Wait, Barbara.
Growing up, I always thought
Let me see, where's Barbara? Here, right there.
of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Barb Street. Wait, so she lived to... Oh wow, just 16.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara. Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Okay.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
That kind of makes sense, because
even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house after it sank.
Yeah. Oh, what TV is that? Looks like a Samsung.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Wait, what? Sounds like a car.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Is Milton... No, that's... Dang. Anyways, guys, I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe I'll do it again if you guys like it. And I'll see you next time. See ya.